Hey everybody, and happy Homebrew Wednesday to you. Okay, before we get started, I just want to thank all of my new subscribers who latched onto the channel. I really appreciate it. Now that we're entering the slow season at work, and I find that I have my weekends off again for a change, at least for a little bit. You guys are actually what inspired me to start making these videos again. Okay, I want to give a extra special thank you to all of my previous subscribers who resisted the temptation to hit the unsubscribe button, because as I was going through my backlog of videos, I realized I haven't done one of these in 7 or 8 months. Okay, so for all you guys, cheers. I am still serious about brewing, and I will be brewing my first batch in about 2 weeks time. Okay, I might have a special guest over to help me with it. Okay, I will get brew footage of that. Okay, I've gotten a couple of bits and bobs, a few upgrades for my brewing equipment that I'd like to show you guys. Now, if you've been following my channel, you guys would remember that a while back I got a water distiller, and with that water distiller came a 15-gallon boil kettle, okay, which I just happen to have right here. Okay, it's 314 stainless steel, and other than distilling water at about 97% pure, it really doesn't get a whole lot of use. I've decided to change that. Instead of doing 18-liter batches of beer now, I'm going to be doing much larger batches of beer, and there's reasons for that. Some of the reasons are I have 3 kegs, and I've never had more than 2 of them full at any one time. Plus I've got a lot of new associates and acquaintances that I work with that they don't brew their own beer, but they're interested in the entire process. So I will be donating a fair amount to better their weekend, so to speak. Alright, but first thing I did was I decided I needed a larger mash tun. The cooler that I had was a 48 quart, and during my failed attempt at the SJ Pour Challenge, I made a 10-gallon batch, 5 gallons of water, 21 pounds of grain, and that bad boy was like maxed out. Okay, if I had stuck any more water or any more grain into that thing, it would have been overflowing. So I just recently upgraded to, well, one of these. Oh! Alright, hope you guys can see that. This is a Coleman Extreme 6. I don't know if it's a marine cooler or not. Doesn't really matter. It is 120 quart, 113.6 liters, or 30 gallons. Okay, hopefully this will give me enough room to make 10 or possibly 15-gallon batches. Okay, the question I have is for if any of you guys out there have any experience with a cooler this size. Can I put 30 pounds of grain in? Okay, reason I need 30 pounds of grain, excuse me, is I make, all of my beers are real simple, and all of my beers tend to be pale ales, because that's my favorite style of beer, and if I'm making it, that's what I'm going to make because it's what I like to drink. Okay, I do have a bunch of 1-gallon demi-johns I can make, different types of beers out of, even though I was never a big fan of, porters and stouts. That's just me. But my question is, anybody that has any experience with something this size, can I get 10 or 12 gallons and 30 pounds of grain into this thing without making a mess all over the place? Okay, I've already got my washing machine valve installed, and if any of you guys have watched my how to make a mash tun video, in that video you see I had a standard looking manifold that was made out of CPVC piping. Okay, I decided to go another route this time, and I made kind of like a redneck bazooka. Now this is just a stainless steel braided water line for a toilet. I cut both ends off, removed the plastic tubing in there, and just stuck a 1/2 inch barb fitting on the end, and that will screw directly to the inside of my washing machine valve. Okay, now there is copper wire in here coiled to keep this from collapsing. I got the idea off another video on YouTube. Okay, this is just an experiment. If it collapses, if I get any kind of a stuck sparge, I'm just going to biff this in the trash bin, and I will make a traditional manifold, so to speak, out of copper pipe this time. Okay, I don't know if it's going to be completely soldered together. I do like the fact that I can take everything apart, you know, to clean the inside out with a brush and some OxyClean and whatnot. Okay, what else do I have? I want to try my hand at a recirculating system. Okay, I was checking out circulating pumps on beer websites, and to me that's just a whole lot of money to spend for what it is. Okay, I've seen them as low as $150 US. I've seen them as high as $400 US. But it's just a pump, guys, and I mean, it's not, you know, bringing water or anything out of a well into the house, so I'm not going to spend that kind of money. But what I did do was, okay, forgive the redneck wooden bracket. Okay, I threw this together on a whim, but I don't know if you guys can see this or not. Probably can't. Bring it a little closer for you. I don't even know if that's going to be in the picture. But what this is this is a 12 volt DC mini hot water circulating pump. Okay, it is food grade. It is rated to 100 degrees Celsius. I believe that's 212 degrees Fahrenheit. So the temperatures are well within ranges of a mash. Okay, now this is really small, but I tested it out, and it pushes about 22 gallons of water or wort an hour. Okay, I do 90-minute mashes anyway, so that would be what, 34 gallons worth of circulation. Okay, the first time I use this, I'm not going to do a full water volume. Okay, I will save 3, 4, maybe 5 gallons. I haven't made up my mind yet. Just in case, if I don't reach the, my target numbers, I've got leeway to do a sparge. Okay, I don't want to add all of the total volume of the water at one time, find out that I didn't hit my numbers, have to sparge with more water, and then end up, watching the thing boil for an hour before I add any hops to it. Okay, another thing I'm going to be doing is I'm going to start experimenting with like 30-minute boils instead of 60-minute boils. Okay, I understand I'm going to have to use more hops with that, but hopefully the cost savings in propane gas will offset the, the additional, I don't know, anywhere between 1 and 3 ounces of hops I'm going to have to use for this. Okay, yeah, so that's all I have for you guys. Okay, I will be trying my hardest to make videos on a more regular basis. Okay, it might not be every week at first, might be every other week. Okay, until we hit the busy season at my job, which they tell me is like early September to mid-October. They'll be in full steam, and I'll be working 70-hour, 6-day weeks again, and just not have any time to do anything, including make videos. Okay, but anyway, I'm babbling now, guys, and I don't really want to take up too much of your time, although I probably have.